everyone, so I'm at you today with another movies in 5 minutes videos. Now I did Grease 2 and you guys were really excited about it, and I really get excited about these kind of videos because I love to reenact movies and recreate scenes and act and sing and all that fun stuff. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of do musicals in 5 minutes since a lot of you are not familiar with a few of the major musicals. Now this one was actually a request, but I have some of my favorites coming up. So having said that, this one was a request, and I saw it because I guess a lot of you either liked it or you wanted me to reenact it in 5 minutes, and it was Rent, which is a huge undertaking because one, I am not all that familiar with Rent. I have seen the play on Broadway with the original cast quite a few times, but I was very young, and I remember we'd have to leave after the first act because it was past my bedtime. So having said that, I knew all the songs from the first act like the back of my hand, and then of course I did see the movie when it came out with a lot of the original cast in it. And, but I've only seen the movie a few times, so as I do with all my movie in 5 minutes, it's all going to be out of the top of my head. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and like I said, please go rent the movie or go see the play if you can, because I am not going to do this piece justice, but I thought I would do it, and I have my cat suit on, so here we go. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments a year. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? By the way, what is 525,600 minutes? Is that a year? Is that a minutes in a year? I don't know. Hey, I'm Mark Cohen. I wear a scarf and I'm a cameraman. I'm just trying to document life here in New York in the arts district. My name's Roger. I'm a musician. I live with my friend Mark, and I just like to sing and play my guitar and be sad. Hey Roger, where's Colin? I don't know, man. I've just been playing my guitar. Oh my gosh. We have a rent notice. Oh no, how are we gonna pay rent? I'm just a cameraman, a filmmaker, but doesn't make any money off of it. Yeah, and I just play my guitar, and I can't make money off that. How we gonna pay? How we gonna pay last year's rent? Side note, they pay rent by the year in New York. Is this a thing? Roger, why are you always so sad? Mark, you know why. Why are you always so sad? Why don't you go find Maureen? Don't talk about Maureen. Don't talk about why I'm so sad. One song before I go, worry. One song to leave behind. Life, we got the world at his feet. Glory beyond the words of Zanza, who wasted opportunity. So at this point, it should be known that Roger has HIV. He is HIV positive, and then it goes dun dun dun. We see the pretty boy have HIV, and that his girlfriend died from it during One Song Glory, but I couldn't act that out as I was singing. Plus, I don't want to be insensitive. Life sucks. Doom, doom, doom. Hot girl enters. A mixed girl, maybe Latin, maybe black, maybe part white. She's beautiful and skinny, but a little shaken. Knocks on the door. Rogers open it. Got a light. I know you're shivering. It's nothing, they turned off my heat, and I'm just a little weak on my feet. Would you light my candle? What are you staring at? Nothing, your hair in the moonlight. Can you make it? Just haven't eaten much today, at least the room stopped spinning. Anyway, what? Nothing. Your smile reminded me. I always remind people of who is she? She died. Her name was April. It's out again. Sorry about your friend. We could light the candle. So at this point, there's sexual tension, but Mimi is giving us off. Mimi's the exotic dancer that just came in, and Roger is kind of like trying to push her out, and we don't really know why, so she goes out, and then it blew out again. No, I think that I dropped my stash. I know I've seen you out and about when I used to go out. Your candle's out. Oh, I'm Millen. I had it when I walked in the door. It was pure. Is it on the floor? And then he finds her stash, and then she's like, give me it. And he's like, no. He sees her shaking. He sees that she's a druggie, and he's like, no, this ruined my life. I don't want it to ruin your life. He's like, you look like you're 16. I'm 19, but I'm old for my age. I'm just born to be bad. Then he's like, but I once was born to be bad. I used to shiver like that. I have no heat. I told you, I used to. No, I got a cold now and then. I like to feel. It's like, anyways. So then he finds it. He doesn't want to give it to her, and then at the end, she seduces him. And she's like, "Who would you want to dance?" And he's like, "With you? No, with my father. I'm Roger. They call me. Me. Gets it. Leaves with the coke. I believe it's coke. I'm not a druggie. So now Roger has a love interest. Yes, the sad and depressed musician now kind of has a love interest from the beautiful mixed girl downstairs who doesn't really know what she's all about, but he knows she's a druggie and he knows she has HIV and he doesn't want to mix because he's depressed and he doesn't want to spread it. Set scene. Next scene, had to fix this eyelash so if it looks like it's a little moved over. I'm fixing it. Sorry for the interruption. Okay, so remember at the beginning of the movie, they're like, where's Colin? Cut to Colin in a gutter. Cut to Colin being saved by Angel. So we get introduced to Colin and Angel, and Colin's on the street, but then Colin gets saved, and then Angel's like, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna buy you a jacket. So Mark and Roger are chilling in the apartment. Mark being like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna film Roger being sad playing his guitar. And then Roger's like, I'm so sad, but that girl, I can't stop thinking about her. And then they're like, where's Colin? How are we gonna pay this rent? And then boom, in comes Colin. Gentlemen, our benefactor on this Christmas day, whose charity is only matched by talent, I must say. The City avant-garde, Angel Dumont, whatever, I don't know her name. And then she's like, then she comes in. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me. You earned this on the street. It was my lucky day today in Avenue A. When a lady in a limousine rolled my way, she said, darling, be a dear. Haven't slept in a year. I need your help to make my neighbor's scrappy dog disappear. This Ekita, Evita just won't shut up. I believe if you play non-stop, that pup will breathe its very last doggone breath. I'm certain that purr will bark itself to death. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Today you, tomorrow for me. We agreed on a fee, $1,000 guarantee, tax-free, and a bonus if I trim her tree. Now who would foretell that it would go so well? As sure as I'm here, that dog is now in doggy hell after an hour. Evita in all her glory on the window ledge of that 23rd story. Like Thelma and Louise did when they sang the blues. When over to the director of the Ritzy Muse. Ooh, today for you, tomorrow for me. Today for you, tomorrow for me. Exhausting. How does that person do that on stage every night? I'm exhausted just thinking that. Okay, so anyways, we find out Angel is a drag queen, but a beautiful one and a fierce one who sings really well, and her musical number was the best in the whole film. And she also sings a really beautiful song with Colin called I Cover You. I don't really remember. It's just like, dun dun on a house, and I'll give you shelter. It's a really pretty song, but I don't remember it. So then basically they're like, yay, like we're rich, we have money. And then ring ring, and then Mark's like, oh hey, hey Maureen, oh yeah, okay, we're coming to your show tonight. Okay, bye Maureen. So Maureen, obviously we find out is Mark's ex or something, but then what we find out is ring ring ring. What is it now? Oh my gosh, okay, I'll come help you, relax. So we find out, cut to Maureen's performance space, cut to her lesbian lover, and she can't figure out the technicalities, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, Maureen's show tonight, and what are we gonna do? And then Mark's like, yeah, I remember because I used to be with her. And then she's like, wait, what? She did that to you? And then she called me Pookie, and then they're like, what? And then they're like, yeah. She's like, oh my god, help me. And he's like, I don't know, you stole her from me, my girlfriend became a lesbian for you. And then she's like, oh my gosh, okay, but can you still help me? And then she's like, I think I know what you mean, the tango Maureen. And then they talk about tango and Maureen and being in the middle, and it's confusing. And I don't really like their storyline that much, so we're gonna go past it. After the whole tango Maureen thing, basically, you know, it's like, oh, okay, Roger's still sad, and then Mark's like, oh, you know, you should come to this, like, life support group that we're doing. And so there's this HIV support group, and Roger goes, and Mark films it, and he asks, and they film it, and it's a really, really touching part, and Rent is really, really sad, a sad musical, but they talk about, you know, Will I lose my dignity? Will someone care? And it's like a really, really sweet moment in the movie, and it's really sad. It's really sad, especially someone like me who was just like a white girl that grew up in like the suburbs of like Illinois. Like, this is real shit that happens, and it really was really, really sad. Then cut to a really, really sad moment, and then all of a sudden we are in a strip club. We are in Mimi Marquez strip club, and Mimi is just bawling out. She's just like, what's the time? Well, it's gotta be close to midnight. My body's talking to me. It says time for danger. It says I wanna commit a crime. Wanna be the cause of a fight. I wanna put on a tight sky skirt and flirt with stranger. And I've had a knack from way back of breaking the rules once I've learned the game. Get up, life's too quick. I know someplace sick where this chick will dance in the flames. We don't need any money. I always get in for free. You can get in too if you get in with me. Let's go out tonight. I wanna go out tonight. You wanna play? Let's run away. We won't be back before it's New Year's Day. Take me out tonight. And then as she's leaving the strip club, she's walking down Avenue B because you're online, something, something. And then she sneaks into Roger's apartment where Roger's sitting solemnly with his guitar, just pondering the days that once was. And then she comes in, and then she's like, so let's find a bar so dark we forget who we are, with all the doubts of the nevers and maybes. No, let's go out. And then she like crawling towards him. Right, okay, let's do it. So she's like, please take me out tonight. Now let you make me out tonight, 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 tonight. And then she's like, and then he stops. And then he's like, she's like, wants to kiss. She's like, oh, who do you think you are? Barging in on me and my guitar, little girl. Hey, the door's that way. You better go, you know the fire's out anyway. Take your candle, take your fancy prayer. Don't forget, get the moonlight out of your hair. Long ago you might have lit up my heart, but the fire's out, ain't never ever gonna start. And then he's like, another time, another place, the temperature would rise. We'd be in outer space, we'd do another dance, it'd be another way. You wanna prove me wrong, come back another day, another day. And then this is where she gets, can you tell I'm not a singer? One, I'm out of breath, two, my voice is like cracking, and then she's just like, the heart may freeze, or it can burn. The pain will ease if I can learn. There is no future, there is no past. I live this moment as my last. And then she's like, there's only us, there's only this. My favorite line, forget regret, or life is yours to miss. No other road, no other way, no day but today. And then he's like, dun 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 dun. And if you're so wise, tell me, why do you need smack? And then he like kicks her out, and then she's like, what's happening? And then we don't know if they're gonna get back together or not, and it feels like, oh my gosh, what's happening? So we get introduced to Maureen Johnson, who does her the only thing to do is jump over the moon, and she does a very political piece about like, I gotta get out of here, and I don't even know what she's doing. I don't even get this part of the movie, but moral of this is we see Mimi buying drugs and Roger trying to stop it, and he's like, no, don't do that. And then we see like maybe it's Mimi's like their landlord, but maybe Mimi had a thing with him, and he's there and he comes to like shut it down, and then they get kicked out or something, or I don't know what it is. Something happens, boom, boom, boom. It ends up being a good show anyways, and he's just like, you gotta pay the rent. The landlord's like, you gotta pay the rent, and they're like, F you, man, like basically is what they say. And then anyways, they got to eat, and then one of the best musical numbers of any play in the history of plays, which is why I agreed to do this whole Rent in 5 minutes, even though I'm doing a terrible job at explaining it, is La Vie Boheme. Dearly beloved, we gathered here to say our goodbye. Here she lies, no one knew her worth, the late great daughter of Mother Earth. And tonight, when we celebrate the birth in that little town of Bethlehem, we raise our glass, you bet your ass, to La Vie Bohème. And I should mention that the landlord's there, and before they get in the restaurant, they're like, oh, you can't come in here, you're not gonna pay. He's like, we're gonna pay, we got the money. And they show the money, and then the landlord's in there, and he's like, yeah, our dog just died. And then they're like, who is it? Avita, Akita. And they're like, oh my god, that's the dog Angel killed. And he's like, you make fun, yet I'm the one attempting to do some good. Or do you really want a neighborhood where people piss on your stoop every night? Bohemia, Bohemia, a jealousy in your mind. This is Calcutta. Bohemia's a debt, and that's where that is. I did it a little out of order. And then they start singing, dun 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 dun. Today's of inspiration, making something out of nothing. The need to return to communicate, to going against the grain, going insane, going mad, being an us for once instead of them. La Vie Bohème. And then they all like start singing and like dancing on the table. And then the best part of La Vie Bohème, after of course they're singing and dancing on the table and passing the drinks and like La Vie Bohème, and like actually I will say the movie does do better than the play, because in the play they're just like passing drinks across the table. But then in the movie we get, oh, AZT break, Mimi says to Roger, and Roger's like, you, and she's like, me, and he's like, me. So this is where we find out our star-crossed lovers share the same disease, and she kind of realizes this is the reason Roger was pushing her away. And then Roger's like, oh my gosh, I don't really have to push her away anymore because she already knows, and I don't have to break it to her. So then they go out in the snow. In the movie, well, in the theater, they just go like across the other side of the stage, but then they go out in the snow, and then he's just like, I should tell you, I've got baggage too. And then I should tell you. He's like, I should tell you, I should tell you, I should tell you, I should tell you. And then he's like, duh. And then she's like, then they admit like what they were. He's like, da 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 da, I blew out the candle, da 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 da. And then it's like, oh my god, yay, we have a connection. And then they go back in, and everyone's like, da 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 da, like La Vie Bohème, and then it's like a big thing, and then intermission. Now with the second act, I'm pretty sure everyone seems to be pretty good. Mark's able to make the money to pay off the rent. Mimi and Roger are going strong together, and then things start crumbling again. Marine's lover ends up being, she's a lawyer, so she ends up helping Mark, and then Marine and her are engaged, and so at their engagement party, they get into a fight, and it's crazy, and people are like, oh my god, what's happening? And then they sing Take Me or Leave Me, where she's in her latex, and she's like, there will always be women in rubber flirting with me, or whatever. So then the musical number that the only one I can really remember from the second act is Take Me or Leave Me, and that's when she's in her cat suit and she's like, and every single day I walk down the street, I hear people saying, baby, so sweet. Ever since puberty, everybody stares at me. Boys, girls, I can't help it, baby. So be kind and don't waste my time. Just remember that I'm your baby. Take me for what I am, who I was meant to be. And if you give a damn, take me, baby, or leave me. No way can I be what I'm not. But hey, don't you want your girl hot? Don't fly, don't lose your head, 'cause every night, who's in your bed? Who's in your bed? Kiss spooky. It won't work. I'll look before I leap. I like margins and disciplines. I make them months sleep in my sleep, baby. What's my sin? Never quit. I follow through. I hate mess, but I love you. What to do with my impromptu, baby? So be kind, 'cause this girl satisfies. You got a prize, so don't compromise. You're walking, baby. And they're just like, take me. That's it. I'm leaving. I'm gone. Breakup. Oh my gosh, things happen. So now we realize that Angel has died. Spoiler alert, sorry, it's spoiled. Angel dies, and it's really sad, and they all go to the funeral, and then at the funeral, it's something like, I don't know, I think Mimi's with the landlord now or something, and Roger finds out that, Roger finds out that Mimi said something to the landlord because money didn't go through or something, so Mimi got it worked out, and then he's like, ooh, I bet you worked it out with him. And then she's like, no, it's not like that, Roger. And then Roger's like, I don't even want to talk to you. And then at the funeral, they fight, and then everyone's fighting with each other at the funeral, and Colin's like, oh my god, you guys, Angel just died. This is not how it's supposed to be. And then Mimi's like, fine, I'm gonna go with the landlord. And Roger's like, fine, I'm gonna go to Santa Fe or something. And yeah, he goes to Santa Fe. Right? It's so weird. I don't know. He goes to Santa Fe because they did a song about it earlier, and like sells his guitar, gets a car, goes to Santa Fe, which is so bizarre and that I didn't understand. And then Mark, I don't know what's even happening anymore at this point. This is where it all gets really confusing. They all fight at a funeral and they're all like going their own separate ways. They all come back together because Mimi gets really sick. Something happens in Santa Fe, I think, where Roger's like, oh my god, I miss Mimi or something, and then Mimi's nowhere to be found. She's like cracked out, and they bring her in and they think she's dead, and they're like, oh my god, and everyone's like surrounding Mimi, and then he's like, no, Mimi. So they're all crowded around Mimi, and Mimi's like, no disrespect because she's like dead. This is my impersonation. I'm just not really good at acting. So she's like dead. I'm like, no, oh my god, no. And then her hands are moving. And she wakes up, and everyone's like, oh my god, oh my god, and this is the great moment, and everyone's like, oh my god, what is she okay? Is she gonna speak? Oh my god, what's happening? And then she's like, I was headed towards a warm light. An angel was there, and she looked good. And she said, girl, go back around and listen to that boy's song. And then she looks at Roger, and this is where it gets a little cheesy, because I'm not gonna lie, this is a moving play and movie, and it's moving, but it does get a little cheesy at this point, because then she like looks at him, and then he's just like, oh my god, and she's like, oh my god, Roger. He's like, I don't know, it's like, it's a little cheesy, and then it's extra cheesy because then Mark's like, there is no future, and then Colin's like, there is no past, and then Roger's like, thank God this moment's not your last. And then they all sing, there's only the, and then it's like the reprise, and then they do like, will I lose, and it's like all this thing, and then she's like, oh, her fever's breaking, and everyone's happy again. And then in the movie, they roll the footage of all that's been happening and that Mark has been shooting, and it's amazing, and it's like a documentary, and it's awesome, and that's Rent in 5-ish minutes for you guys. So that was Rent. It's really, really good, but I will say it's a very, it was really popular and people really love it, but for me, when I show it to people, especially like my family who likes musicals, they don't necessarily enjoy Rent because Rent is just, it's different. It's not feel good. There's good musical numbers in it and there's wonderful songs in it, but the message of it is very serious and just more heavy. It's just a more heavy musical, and I still think it's as important as any other musical, and it definitely changed its, for the time especially that it was in the 90s, like it definitely changed, you know, people's lives and minds, and it was a weird thing to have a musical about people, you know, living with HIV. And that's one of the greatest parts in Love You, I might even say, where they're like, living with, not dying from disease. It's like, it's an empowering film, and there's a lot of different people that can relate. So there's people with the HIV, there's a heterosexual couple with HIV, and then there's, you know, the transgendered girl and her boyfriend, and she dies of, you know, HIV, and then you have the lesbian couple that weren't always a lesbian, and there's just a lot, and then you have the filmmaker who's, you know, struggling his own way. So it's like really has a lot going on in it. And like I said, Rent definitely changed its, you know, changed Broadway, you know what I mean, changed musical theater when it came out. It was definitely new and different and innovative, and I really wish Broadway would do more original plays like that, because they kind of just adapt films. When I went to New York like last year, it was all like, you know, Rocky the musical, and it's kind of makes me sad that they don't do original musicals anymore, or as much I should say, but it's really good. It's worth a check out. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys want to see, what movie next or musical next in 5 minutes. I know the musicals because I know the songs, but sometimes I don't really always remember the plays. But like I said, I have a couple planned that I know for like front to back that I feel like everyone should see. So, but if you guys have your own suggestion, I always read the comments below, so be sure to let me know. Thank you guys for watching. Hi to Rick Moranis, and until next time, here are my kisses from my little baby fishes. Mwah!